Hi empaths, welcome to Heart Space Wellness Alliance. Here's my healing room. Let's get started. Hi empaths, welcome back to my healing space. We're back for another reading today. I'm going to clear the room with some Tibetan tingsas to start. And in doing so, invoking angelic energy, influence of the angels, guides, compassionate ancestors, any beings of the light who want to inform this reading. Let's clear this energy. You might want to close your eyes and tune in. Breathe deeply. Good. Let's pick an angel card from the original Angel Cards deck and see what's priority to focus on for this reading. Wow. Birth. Birthing something new. It could be a project. It could be a person. Are you expecting? It could be any creative work. What are we birthing here? Let's go to the Ascended Masters Oracle deck and see what we're birthing here. Thank you, angels and guides, for the most accurate and helpful information to come through in these cards. Okay, so something related to health and healing is coming up. This might be a project. This might be an actual physical birth. This actually also might be a source of inspiration that comes from your healing path, your healing journey, maybe healing in illness, and there's an inspiration to create something to help others, whether it be a memoir, a book about this journey, whether it be a course about how to do it, how did you come through it? It could be artwork, that's inspired by your spiritual path, your healing path. It could also be coming into a sense of empowerment. That's part of the healing journey. Very much so for empaths. You can see the sacred geometry between Hilarion's hands. This could be feeling empowered as a healer and feeling ready to start, right? Because that's a key wound for many healers is I'm not ready, I'm not prepared enough, I don't know enough, I'm not good enough. It's time. It's for you to put your work out there. It's time to birth a new project. It's time to birth your your spiritual healing practice, whatever it is, it's time. Positive change is on the horizon. It's already starting, right? Yeah, there are energetic forces at work here, helping you. You might be seeing synchronicities involving that. Might be a butterfly. I saw a butterfly today that followed me on my walk with these colors. So that was what made me think of that. And I saw a butterfly in my mind's eye. You might be seeing butterflies. You might be, and that's kind of a significant way of saying, that might be a spirit animal letting you know, it's time to emerge from the cocoon, right? It's time for this positive change. Go now. It's time. It's the perfect divine time. It's time. Where else are you receiving this message? This isn't the first time you're hearing this, is it? This is one more push, right? It's time to just start. It's not going to be perfect, right? You prepare along the way. The work is, and the experience is the preparation. You know the modality, you know the process, you have the idea, the inspiration. It's just time to go. And also let go. Let it go is coming up. Let go of expectations. Let go of attachment to destination, right? Let go of this fear that you don't know enough, you don't have enough experience, that it all comes together as you're walking the path. If we could look back and see, the first class taught by insert name, right, of famous spiritual guru teacher, if we could go back and see the first painting, of insert name of famous artist here, if we could go back and see the first film, right, the first script written, the first stand-up routine, whatever it is, we wouldn't be that intimidated, would we? No. So just start. It's not going to be perfect. It won't be. But that's the beauty of it. Don't expect that of yourself. That's self-abusive, right? To expect perfection. That's also putting the critic on the pedestal. The critic's not in the arena. Sure, the critic has a place. The critic has, taste, right? And that's important when you're an artist or creative or whatever work here we're birthing. The critic has good taste, but the critic isn't in the arena doing the work. So we don't do it for the critic, right? There are people sitting at home watching this and criticizing me. That's a significant sign that you're meant to be doing this, right? But you're never going to be ready if you just sit and criticize others. Yes, there's value in that if you're considering doing something like this, doing this work, doing readings, don't reinvent the wheel. See people that are already doing it and learn from their mistakes, their how they've evolved, what have they learned, and then you can learn shortcuts, certainly. But if we're sitting back and criticizing others, or putting the critic, giving the critic an exalted position, it will paralyze us in fear and we won't be able to move forward. And that does not help in the birthing process. Could you imagine giving birth and in the delivery room, having someone criticize your birthing ability? It just is. How is that helpful? It's just not. We don't need that energy right now. Get rid of it. Let it go. We don't need to present our project to a really critical friend at this time. It's delicate. It's sensitive. Take care of yourself in this birthing period by only maybe keeping some close to you and not sharing with others. Just let it culminate. Let the inspiration flow in and culminate. Or do you have that trusted friend that always encourages, always makes you feel on fire when you're done talking, just ignites your passion and creative juices, and you just feel like, I have so many ideas now, thank you. Like, And they're so encouraging and they believe in you and they don't criticize. They know the weight of their words and they are responsible for that. Many times we don't have those influences, and we need to seek them out, right? We need to seek out mentors. You know, I have a trusted acting coach I would go to. I have a trusted script writing coach I go to. Trusted mentor for my healing work, for my healing journey. I have trusted friends I always go to for advice and wisdom about life. And I'm very careful not to share information. Sometimes I misstep and I do so and I make a mistake. And then I learn from it and I remember when you're in a delicate place, do not, when you have an idea and it's just a bud so far. It's not developed or blooming quite yet. It's still in the inspiration phase. Don't share it with certain people. You know, I think Julia Cameron calls them wet blankets. Julia Cameron wrote The Artist's Way. She also teaches that course in, I guess, all over. I took her course a couple of times in New York City. I did the Artist's Way journey here on this channel, so if you want to check that out, if you're an artist currently working on birthing a project, it's a spiritual quest that you'll go on in book form. I think it's 19 weeks. I can't quite recall, but it's creative unblocking is what she called it. So that might help too, if it's just in this, like if you're still in this inspiration phase and about to birth this new project. It's not just for writers. You know, she was a writer. It's for all kinds of artists, anyone trying to create something new. It's about avoiding the pitfalls of the journey, the traps, and inspiring yourself and connecting to the divine and getting your ideas out, right? Let's see what the tarot cards want to say about this. Using the original Rider-Waite deck. So this is about not allowing those people we were talking about with the harsh words, with the feeling, what's the word? Intimidated by you being empowered, feeling jealous of your creative energy. What do? They come in, they use their poor use of words and their negative energy, and they just take all that inspiration that you just had, and then you're left with doubts, right? You're just left with doubts and so deflated, Don't share with these people. Don't share with them. It's not the right time. Get in touch with the fact that you are the magician, okay? The magician has all of the tools he or she needs to create. This is a major arcana, okay? This is, I think, the first card in the major arcana. So this is an important work. This is an important time. You have all the tools you need. Look, the magician has everything. He even has divine inspiration on his side. See the infinity symbol above his head? This is male or female. He has the sword, right? He has the wand. He has the cup. He has the pentacle. He has everything he needs to alchemize this into reality. So know that if you have a creative dream on your heart, you have everything you need to achieve it. Right? Sometimes it just needs to come together. Give it some space, give it some time. Julia Cameron would say, sew up the hems of a dress in order to tie up loose ends of a scene that you're writing, right? Or allow your physical life in the material world to inform your art, to help your art. Don't think of them as separate. allow the process of decluttering to clear up space in your mind, to clarify your vision of your healing practice or the book you want to write or the course you want to create, right? Like, you have everything you need. You don't need another course, okay? You don't need to read another book. It's all there. Just prioritize working on that, right? Putting it out there, writing things down, record yourself talking, right? Just whatever it takes to get it out there, right? It's not going to be perfect. We got to put that in check, okay? We got to put that demon in check, right? Here's the Strength card, another major arcana, okay? We're in Leo season. Now is the time. This is a Leo card. Are you a Leo? Leos have a lot of creative energy, right? Leos are creative. Leos are attached to celebrity, okay? Fame. So this very well could bring you recognition, acknowledgement, fame. Are you prepared for that? Is that what you want? Is that something you fear? Tame the inner beasts, right? Connect to the divine here. Connect to your light. See the infinity symbol again above the head. This is a divine inspiration, right? This isn't by accident. You didn't have this dream out of the blue, out of nowhere. This isn't silly, right? Whatever this person is saying to you, don't believe it. Because look, this is divine inspiration. You were born to do this. That's another, meaning of the birth card. You were born to do this work. Whatever this dream is on your heart, go for it. Look at this. Summon your inner strength. Tame the self-talk, right? Let's tame that negative self-talk. You got this. This is, 2 major arcana. Leo season. Now's the time. You may not be watching this during Leo season, but when I'm filming this, we're in Leo season. So now is the time. Now is the time. Don't wait for Leo season if we're not in it. Let's look at a crystal that can help us birth this divine inspiration that no one can create in the way you can. No one has the same life experience to be filtered through. Your unique lens to create this work, your unique expression and way with words and eye for detail, whatever it is, your uniqueness. You are destined to bring this into the world. So let's see. What crystal can help us get in touch with that? Okay, there are a couple here. Bismuth, which is transformation, cohesion, change. This is great for a group project, for working together, encouraging compromise and connection, and cooperation is the word I was looking for. Cooperation. It can go with any chakra. And then also sodalite, right? Sodalite is known as the student stone. So you might be considering teaching a course. This is guidance, intuition, focus, resonates with third eye and throat. And remember the infinity symbols here. You're being guided, right? You're being guided. So yeah, maybe you have a piece of sodalite and not bismuth, right? Well, that's upside down, so so that might be the better stone to work with. But you don't need to have the stone, actually. You can just look at images of the stone and tune in that way. Empaths are great at that. Let's see if there's an essential oil that might help in this journey. So you might be birthing a group project here. Geranium. Oh, one of my favorites. Wonder why geranium came through. I create with pleasure. Okay, that's why. See, to me, geranium is the ultimate emotional healer. It just helps us process out heavy emotions, even grief, right? Which is associated with the element of ether, okay? Grief is associated with the element of ether. Ether is space. Ether is the container for all the other elements. You know, ether, when we have a lot of ether, we require a lot of space. And as an artist or creator of this project, you're going to require some space. Some space to just take care of this project. So you have to commit to that and care for it. Inhaling geranium. When I talk about the essential oils, I'm always talking about the inhalation. Small doses in a water ionizing diffuser is best. There might be, this is emotionally supportive too. So whatever strong, intense emotions are coming up that might be taking your attention, because remember, we'll come up with all kinds of ways to procrastinate creating. You know, that's how powerful we can be. We're so afraid of it. We're afraid of that part of us. It feels so powerful and potent. And it is. You're birthing something. Think about how powerful that is. You know, geranium can really help us process out those intense emotions and support us in getting into a more emotionally resilient state to forge ahead with this project. It's one of my favorite oils. Let's go right into, actually, let's see what aspect of self is coming in. I forgot about the archetype cards. These are the archetype cards by Carolyn Meese. Let's see what aspect of self we would benefit from calling on, working with at this time, bringing forward, emphasizing. What aspect of self is coming through? Avenger. Like the movie, I think. There was an Avengers movie, right? Am I totally messing that up? Anyway, is this a movie? Can I be in it? Just kidding. So Avenger, light attributes, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And then the shadow attribute is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Is this the theme of your project, or is this just about giving a voice to people that don't have a voice right now? Empowering yourself? Finding justice for yourself by telling the story of your hardships? What are you avenging here? Are you avenging yourself? This aspect wants to come up and help with this project. So Avenger, don't resort to violence. That's the shadow attribute of the Avenger. Let's do so in peace. Peace is very powerful. And let's end it with one word of inspiration from the Crazy Sexy Love Notes deck by Chris Carr. Let's see, one last inspiring message. This deck is so beautiful and so inspiring. One last message. message. Okay. Compassion for all. Is that what you're avenging? Are you avenging nature? Is this about helping the environment, helping animals? Are you taking a stand as a vegan? What is this? How interesting. And that includes yourself, compassion for self, right? Compassion for all, that includes you. Don't forget that. Empaths always forget that. We always forget that. We think it's our duty to self-sacrifice to heal another. And it's important that you're grounded, aligned, and in a proper state, right? Proper mental and emotional state to birth this big dream, this big project. It is divinely guided. I hope this has inspired you. I hope some of the tools you found helpful as well, like the crystals and the oil, the sound. If this message wasn't for you, but you think it might resonate for somebody else, please do share. And if you like this video and subscribe to the channel, that helps me know that I'm on the right track here. I want to, I'm just starting with these readings, and I want to improve them, get better and better, a bit more concise, and deliver the message without a lot of static. And that happens with practice, right? So follow me on the journey. I promise I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get better and better. And you will too. So you just have to start. Just start. All right. Thank you for joining me for this reading. Have a great day.